Hey guys, what's good? It's your boy Pookie here. Right, I've got a nice little review for you today, guys. This is the Hubsan X4. I believe this is the H510S X4 brushless version, but this is also the advanced version. As you can see there on the box, it comes with the advanced controller. Now this controller is beastie. It is a beastie controller, and it's one of the reasons why I wanted this quadcopter to review for you guys. Especially with the brushless motors with a GPS. So we're just going to open the box and see what's in here. Now you can see we've got the manuals there. Don't really need them just a sec, so we'll just put them to the side and we'll get it out of the box. Now I open the box. To be honest, I'm not really fond of the plastic that the packaging that the drone comes in, the plastic packaging. It's just a bit flimsy for my liking. I don't really like it. You usually see this among toy like grade quadcopters, but nonetheless, you know, they definitely put the money into the drone, you know, into the quadcopter over than the actual box itself. And to be honest, I'd rather have a better quality quadcopter than a better quality box. So, and Hubsan are definitely known for their quality. Really nice. So we've got a camera there, and this is a 1080p camera in the SIM card memory card slot on the bottom. And just at the back of the quadcopter here, we have the battery. A little bit tight in there, but you want it tight so it doesn't, you know, bang around in flight. As you can see, got the battery there. I'll put all the voltage in that just on the screen for you, so you can see and know what the voltages are and the milliamp of the batteries. Now this connection is it's like one of them small banana shaped ones, but I can't remember the name of the connection. It's a bit of an odd connection. It's a smaller version, but you get your set of props, and you also get a spare set, which is also always good to have. I always say that with any kind of quadcopter that you get, you know, if you get it and it comes with spare props, you know, it's definitely a must, because some they prop off and some you can just lose. As you can see, we've got the charger also. It's the same pretty much the same charger that comes with the XK Whirlwind, the 251. Even then, that's still a lovely quadcopter, the XK. But we've got the USB lead, and I believe that's for the transmitter, so you can upgrade the firmware of the transmitter and the drone. And we've got the little locking key there, and what that's for is when you're putting the propellers on, you want to make sure they're nice and tight, so you can just put them on and lock it in with the spanner. We're just getting the remote out now, and the little antenna underneath, so I'll just pop that on there. One of the main things I really liked about this transmitter is, you know, you can definitely see, you know, you've got the build quality here. It's a nice hefty, you know, like transmitter, and especially with a built-in screen, because they do two versions of this. The other version comes with the other transmitter. It's a slightly different transmitter, but the transmitter does feel a little bit more toy grade. And one of the things I noticed with the other transmitter is it eats batteries. I mean, I put Duracell batteries, and after about four flights or something like that, it completely drained the batteries. But with this transmitter, it takes 8 batteries. You can also put a LiPo battery in the back of it. It's got a connection, so you can just change the battery port on it, so you can just add your own batteries. So we've got the different switches up here. The first one was Headless Mode. Then we have your GPS switches. You have your return to home, and you also have your follow me switches up on the top. And then you have your recording switches down here for recording video, and your trim buttons. And one of the main things I really liked about this transmitter, it does have a video output on the bottom there. As you can see, it's got a little 3.5mm jack, and you can just jack that and put that straight into your TV. So it's one of the big things about this transmitter that I like. So we're going to fly this drone now, and we'll see what it's like initially setting up, and see how it flies and see what the video's like. So catch you in a sec, guys. So yeah, when you first turn this quadcopter on, you're prompted with a message for the compass calibration. Now you just want to basically do what I was doing in the video that you just saw just a second ago with me turning around doing a bit of a compass calibration dance. That's what everybody calls it in the drone community. So we're just locking in some GPS satellites now to make sure that we've got a safe flight during our flight today. So that means getting as many satellites connected to the drone as possible, and it'll do this automatically. And I don't think you can set off flying until, well, not in GPS mode, until you've got enough GPS connections with the transmitter and the quadcopter itself. Now this quadcopter is a really nice stable flyer, especially with this GPS mode. You can just completely let go of the controls and it'll hold itself there. It's also got the altitude hold built into it as well, so it's got a barometer in there, so it'll keep it at that same altitude for you. So it just takes a lot of pressure out of flying, especially if you're a newbie. But one of the main things I'd like to say is, if you are planning on getting this quadcopter as a first kind of quadcopter, I would definitely go out in an open space and make sure you're away from anybody that you could hurt or potentially hurt yourself. This quadcopter is not a toy. It's got brushless motors, and the other day I caught my finger on one of my brushless quadcopters, and I did cut myself, and I bled pretty bad. It was a nice little cut on my finger. So what you can see, this is from the quadcopter itself. This is the video that you're going to get with the drone. Now, with it being a 1080p quality, you're going to get full HD with this. So as you can see here, the quality is absolutely fantastic. So, if you're going to get yourself a quadcopter and you want to get some nice pictures from up above, and you want to do some, nice video photography or anything like that, it's always good to have a quadcopter that has a good, true 1080p camera, as this does. This is a full 1080p HD quality. One of the other functions as well with the quadcopter is it has a follow me mode. So if you hit the switch of the follow me mode, it will basically turn around and it will point towards your direction, and then once you start moving or walking away, the quadcopter will actually start following you. I tested this out on the field near me. It does work. I just didn't want to test it right here with the houses and the trees with close proximity, because it doesn't have no avoidance for obstacle avoidance. So if you're not in an open area and you've got follow me mode on and you're just riding through, or you're doing something like that, there's a chance that it could come into a collision with something. So if you do use this mode, just make sure that you're using your common sense pretty much, and just use it in an open area. The return to home function as well works like a treat. I flew that pretty distant away, flipped the return to home switch, and it came flying back. And then I'm a good pilot, and I don't like to rely on the return to home functions. I've used a lot of quadcopters, and I have used the return to home function, but I prefer to land the quadcopter myself. Nice soft landing for me. Don't like no bumps that come down. But the return to home function definitely works with this quadcopter. What else can we talk about it? It's got a fail-safe mode, so basically if the connection is lost from the transmitter, the flight control system will control the quadcopter and return it to the home point where it basically took off from. So wherever you took off from, if you do lose your transmission, it'll fly back to you, no problem. And another pro about this quadcopter actually is it does have a 20-minute flight time. Now, considering the weight of the quadcopter, with it being quite a big quadcopter, and it's brushless motors and its video transmission on board, everything all built into it, it does add weight. But 20 minutes flight time is, I think for a quadcopter, that's more than anybody needs. Well, unless you're a big flyer, but then again, you definitely go out and make sure you buy some extra batteries for yourself. So if you do want to go out for a day of flying, you got to make sure that you've got more than 20 minutes worth. But if you're just going out for a little day out, 20 minutes, quick fly around, it's more than enough. And that's one of the good things about it. You've got the headless mode. Now the headless mode is good if you want to get some good video photography, if you're panning sideways and you don't want to lose your orientation. That's the only good thing I would say headless mode is good for. Other than that, I think it's just bad habits to have with flying like that. I would not recommend learning to fly with headless mode. Now I've had quite a bit of fun with this. It is nippy as well. It's fast once you take it out of GPS mode, because if you take it out of GPS mode, it'll stop being as jittery. Basically, when you're flying up in the sky and it's locked into the GPS, as soon as you let go of the controls, it puts like a little, it's like an air brake, if that's what I'd call it. So basically, after you finish pressing forward, it'll sort of tilt backwards slightly to compensate, so it doesn't drift off from its GPS location. So you tend to lose a bit of speed when the GPS switch is on, but when you take it off, you know, it does boot it across the sky. Now it is pretty fast. I wouldn't say it was fast as an XK, but then again, the XK is probably about, you know, 3/3 of the weight of this, so you can expect that the XK is going to push a little bit faster. But definitely for a beginner quadcopter, and you're wanting something that's a little bit more expensive and a little bit something more better than a toy grade quadcopter, and you don't want to go out and buy a Phantom, I think this is perfect for you. You know, I really enjoy flying this. It's just nice and smooth. So yeah, I mean, it's been quite a bit of a long video. There's only so much I can say about a quadcopter. But yeah, I would definitely like to thank Gearbest for sending this quadcopter out to me. This is probably one of the better drones that I've flown of theirs. XK probably still being the number one. I can't get over the XK Whirlwind. If you want to buy that, I'll leave the link in the description for that also. It's just with its Futaba control, it's, you know, it never lets you down, and it's so accurate. It's unreal. I love it. But yeah, I'll leave both links down in the description to both these quadcopters. So I hope you like this video, guys, and if you did like this video, please like, share and subscribe. And as always, guys, peace out.